Watch them, my son. Jano. Just know very soon that you're coming.
Viewers and subscribers, Dancehall Critics, they are back in full effect, full force, people. I've been missing for quite some time, but you don't know the thing about and you have to take like a time off to take care of personal matters. You get me ideally. Nonetheless, I still keep myself abreast and aware as to what is going on in a dancehall. And my sister Mavado losing mother the other day. You saw me, I say people. But before we go any further, people, I just want to thank everybody who always tune into the channel. You get me ideally. They always support Dancehall Critics. You know me, I say channel and subscribe to the channel and all of these things. And for the newcomers, make sure you say you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon. That way you become a part of the notification gang, or you will be the first to be notified anytime I drop something on the road. You get to me, I say people, big up on yourself. You saw me, I say, so today I'm going to talk about the fact that your Mavado son was sentenced to life in prison. You get to me, I say people, and we're going to also explore. You saw me, I say, I just discussed the whole idea, or, you know me, I say, as to whether or not this, you know, I say, some corruption, you know me, I say, at works here. You saw me, I say, are at play. Or is this a case where them can't catch Kwaku, so them sink the shot, them basically eradicate the shot? No, considering also the fact that your Mavado just losing mother and where the artists are got you, viewers and subscribers, you get to me I deal with people. So I them thing I'm going to talk about in this discussion, viewers, subscribers. You see me I say, and make sure so to go over to Instagram and go and support my thing them over there. So you get to me I say people, Dancehall.critics, go and follow the thing. You see me? So I get right in it, viewers, subscribers. See? So as we all know, say your Mavado son has been sentenced to life in prison along with his co-accused and all of these things. I'm going to read from a particular article here, viewers and subscribers, and just kind of discuss it as we go along. Seeing? So the article titles here, Mavado's son Dante Brooks gets life sentence for home invasion, murder, and all of these things. You saw me and say people, alright, it don't look good, it's sad, it's sad, it's sad. Me can only imagine when Mavado and him family are go through. You saw me and say, matter of fact people, my prayers are go to the artist and him family right now. Because I know say it's a tough time right now. You know me I say the artist are face. You know me I say consider and say mother just drop out. Obviously mother did him best friend. As far as what me see portrayed, you know me I say that was somebody dear to him. You know what I say? Him did have to prove to her a whole heap of things, and him did have to, you know what I say, make her come out of poverty, give her the big house, fulfill certain dreams and goals and aspirations. You see what I say? And I'm glad him did actually get to achieve enough of them things before she passed away. But nonetheless, it still hurt your mother that. You see what I say? So just before we get into the actual, you know what I say, another painful reality. You see what I say, people? Because you don't know, say, yo, this a blood as well. This a fame son. This a offspring. You see what I say, people? So this touching, you get to me as viewers and subscribers. I'm not gonna lie to you, anybody would have feel some type of way. You get to me as people, and I feel it for Mavado. And like I say, I'll be a prayer as I reach out to Mavado and his family right now. You see me? And as you can see right there, so Mavado update the post. Cause people as you know can know in a whole part thing, you know, Mavado and him whole entourage them frequent on the social media event and just express, you know, I say all of these things. And you see prayer right there, so protect my son David as he shall travel with his lonely path. You see me I say, just essentially ask God for guide him among, you know, the wolves and you know me I say like just how treacherous a whole jailhouse kind of settings is. You know me I say people. So I them thing there, you know, Mavado update the page there, I basically, you know, send out a prayer. Of course, to Mavado's son. So, with that being said, viewers, subscribers, let me get into the article here from Dancehall Mag. Seeing Dante Brooks, the 18-year-old son of Mavado, seeing of dancehall entertainer Mavado and his co-accused Andre Hines, were sentenced to life in prison for murder in the home circuit court today. Brooks must serve at least 22 years before being eligible for parole. He was also sentenced to 15 years for illegal possession of firearm and sentenced to 15 years for arson. You understand what I say, people? So right, this are some serious charges the young youth are face. You get to me I deal with. Now, is it a case where he was you know I say he was falsely or wrongfully accused? You know I say, people, because in enough of them cases, you know, you see, like I said, I don't know what it is with the authority in Jamaica, but when the entertainers, most of the entertainers them start, you know I say, flourish and reap, you know, a particular level of success. Me don't know if it become just a thing that they are automatically targeted, you know what I say, by law enforcement to be particular. You understand me I deal with? And of course among other corruptions where, you know me I say, them not necessarily get, you know, seep out in the general public in all cases, but in some cases it do. You know what I say? But me no know, no, remember, you know, people, we remind you, enough time them try off a Mavado life. See? So one bag of bangarang a go on. Me no know if maybe that have to do with what happened with him son right now, viewers and subscribers. Let's put that into perspective. Let's put these kind of things into thought, because it's very much possible. Co-accused Andre Hines will not be eligible for parole until he serves at least 17 years. Hines was also sentenced to 15 years for illegal possession of firearm and 15 years for arson. The sentences were handed down by Justice Leighton Pusey. Will be served concurrently. See, Brooks' lawyer Peter Champagne has promised to appeal. We have fertile ground on which to effect an appeal. We respect the judge's decision, but will be acting on the right of persons to challenge the ruling, he told Dancehall Mag. Brooks and Hines were found guilty earlier this year, and the three charges stemming from a 2018 home invasion in Cassava Peace, St. Andrew, that left Lorenzo Thomas dead. At the time of the arrest on this murder charge, Brooks had been out on bail on another matter and had already served 18 months on a previous offense. Asked why Brooks had a more lengthy sentence than his co-accused, Champagne explained, the court felt that the role of Brooks was more instrumental than Hines. The record came back that Brooks was on bail on another matter at the time the offense was committed, and that was not the case with Hines. During the trial, prosecutors presented evidence that Brooks and Hines were among 5 men who stormed into Thomas' house and shot him. Thomas' father, who was unharmed, provided crucial witness testimony, which included the gang's attempts to sever Thomas' head and use of gasoline to set the body on house on fire. The murder allegedly occurred a few days after Mavado was reportedly shot at by a group of men in Cassava Peace, in the Cassava Peace community. So now, maybe, I gotta just say maybe, people, because even though I read here, seeing, and I'm gonna put alleged, seeing, even though I read this, so we're gonna say maybe this is a retaliation, and it's allegedly a retaliation based on what I read, seeing, you shoot up car and all of these things, so the man then retaliate. And apparently, seeing, I'm gonna be very clear here, apparently, the man said Mavado's son was among the men who retaliated as a result. You understand me, I say, people? He was not hurt, but according to Loop, the singer reported the incident to Constant Spring Police. The Constant Spring Police, or cops, later issued a wanted bulletin for Mavado after they swooped down on the entertainer's Norbrook residence in search of him for questioning regarding upsurge in violence in the community. Loop News reported that he had already left for the United States the night before the raid on residence. The following verdict in January, Mavado cried corruption and contended that Mavado cried corruption and contended that his teenage son and co-accused Andre Hines are not given a fair trial. See, he addressed the testimony of Thomas' father, saying this man also went to stand and said these same police officers who carried out my son and family from my home are working for me and feared of his life. So basically, Mavado has said why them police are the corrupted individuals who basically coerced this young man, or this, not even say young man, but this father, to basically, incriminate Mavado's son. You understand me? I deal with maybe because maybe a bad mind, or just feud among law enforcement and Mavado. Remember, Mavado say him not perfect in him had some couple run-ins with the cops. We don't know if that has stemmed from deaths of viewers and subscribers. Yes, so me I say, people, the same man who claimed he feared his life still gave over 14 pages of sentences of statements. I'm sorry. The inconsistencies in this man's statement only shed light on the corruption Mavado added, which viewers and subscribers, if that is the case, we cannot disagree with Mavado. And if so be it, then Champagne need to appeal this case here and be very rigorous and effective, you know me I say, in his attempt to free the young man, if that is the case. You see me I say, if we have tainted, you know me I say, witnesses and so forth, then we can't accept it. People, that is my discussion. Please remember to follow all of my other platforms and subscribe to Dancehall Critics, of course, The Wise Family 5, Peaceful Ambition, and of course Andre&Tiera's World. Big up on yourself.